But when you're dealing with 260 pounds plus coming at you at, close to, under 10 second, 100 meters, you're talking about huge amounts of trauma. When you're adding padding in the sport to compensate for the high level of trauma, and if I kicked you, there's a part of me that understands that the impact will also have an effect on my body. When I kick a pad, I go all out. Does that make sense? So the level of trauma is proportional to what we can humanly dish out without any kind of pads. Because of the addition of submissions, we have a huge, a really huge decline in incidence of injury as compared to boxing. Because of the increased boxing or Thai boxing, it's immense trauma to the body. So because of the increased variables in mixed martial art and the increased lethal nature of it, let's say, we're talking about a decreased amount of injury. So submission alone, just adding submission, and when I say submission for the regular person to understand, you put me in some sort of manipulated joint lock or arm lock or leg lock where I can no longer move, and then you apply pressure in a way that extends it or hyperextends it, and so it applies pain to me. When I tap or the referee jumps in and said that's going to break, it means I submit to you. Does that make sense? Yeah. And I don't have to have the physical trauma and impact trauma to decide the bout, let's say like boxing. Yeah. If you look at any mixed martial art fight now, if you get 3 to 4 clear shots on a guy when he's down on the ground, the ref's going to call it. So there's a huge reduction, because of the danger, let's put it that way. It's kind of like the parameters, the guard that prevents us from going so hard that we hurt ourselves.